Dr. Leonard Graves was a name whispered with reverence in the affluent town of Oak Haven. Nestled among the rolling hills and pristine streets, Oak Haven was a place where everyone knew everyone, and the community thrived on mutual respect and admiration. He was the epitome of success, a renowned surgeon specializing in pediatric cardiology. His expertise was unmatched, and his dedication to his craft was evident in every procedure he performed. His smile, captured in countless Oak Haven Gazette articles, was warm and reassuring. The townspeople often spoke of his gentle nature and the way his eyes seemed to hold a promise of hope. Dr. Graves dedicated his life to mending broken hearts, literally. His hands, steady and skilled, brought life back to those who had lost all hope. Each surgery was a testament to his unwavering commitment to his patients. He was a beacon of hope, a savior in a white coat. Parents entrusted him with their most precious treasures, their children, knowing that he would do everything in his power to heal them. Patients traveled from far and wide to seek his expertise, their anxieties soothed by his calm demeanor and gentle touch. His reputation extended beyond Oak Haven, drawing families from neighboring towns and even distant cities. He was a pillar of the community, a man of impeccable reputation. Dr. Graves was not just a doctor. He was a friend, a mentor, and a guiding light for many. His contributions to the town went beyond the hospital walls. He participated in charity events, spoke at community gatherings, and volunteered at local schools, always eager to give back to the town that had given him so much. At home, he was a loving husband and father, cherished by his family. His wife, Emily, often spoke of his unwavering dedication to both his family and his profession. Their two children, Sarah and Michael, adored their father, often boasting about his achievements to their friends. The Graves family was the epitome of the perfect family, admired by all. Dr. Graves's office was adorned with numerous awards and certificates, each a testament to his skill and dedication. His accolades were a source of pride for the entire community. His colleagues held him in high regard, often seeking his advice and guidance. The hospital staff respected him not just for his expertise, but for his kindness and humility. Grateful families often sent letters and gifts, expressing their heartfelt thanks for the miracles he performed. Dr. Graves's impact on their lives was immeasurable. Nobody suspected the darkness that festered beneath the surface. Behind the facade of the perfect doctor and family man, there were secrets that, if revealed, would shatter the idyllic image of Dr. Leonard Graves. Hidden away in his office were files and documents that told a different story, one of deception and betrayal. The truth, if uncovered, would change everything. Oak Haven, with its pristine streets and close-knit community, was unaware of the storm brewing in its midst. The town's pillar of strength had a dark side, one that threatened to unravel the very fabric of the community. Dr. Leonard Graves, the man everyone revered, was not who he seemed. The darkness within him was growing, and soon it would be impossible to hide. The revelation, when it came, would send shockwaves through Oak Haven, leaving the townspeople to grapple with the truth about their beloved doctor. The once bustling hospital corridors would fall silent, and the community would be left to pick up the pieces of their shattered trust. But in the end, Oak Haven would find a way to heal, just as Dr. Graves had healed so many. The town would come together, stronger and more united, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. 10-year-old Emily Carter was known for her infectious laughter and bright smile. She was the kind of child who could light up a room just by walking into it. Her laughter was like a melody that brought joy to everyone around her. Emily loved playing outdoors, her imagination running wild as she created adventures in her backyard. She was a beacon of happiness in her small community, always eager to help others and make new friends. She was last seen on the crisp autumn afternoon of October 27, 2024, leaving Dr. Graves's clinic after a routine checkup. The leaves were turning shades of gold and crimson, and the air was filled with the scent of fall. Emily had just received a clean bill of health, and she was excited to get home and tell her mother all about it. The clinic was a familiar place for Emily, and she always felt safe there. Her mother, Sarah, watched from their minivan, her heart brimming with the bittersweet pride of seeing her daughter grow. Sarah had always been a protective mother, but she knew she had to let Emily experience the world on her own. As she watched Emily walk towards the car, she couldn't help but feel a pang of nostalgia for the days when Emily was just a baby in her arms. Sarah's love for her daughter was immeasurable, and she cherished every moment they spent together. Emily turned the corner, her blonde ponytail bouncing, and vanished. It was as if the world had swallowed her whole. One moment she was there, and the next she was gone. The street was eerily quiet, and there was no sign of Emily anywhere. Sarah's heart sank as she realized something was terribly wrong. She jumped out of the minivan and ran to the corner, calling out Emily's name, but there was no response. Hours stretched into a night of agonizing worry. Sarah couldn't sleep, her mind racing with thoughts of what could have happened to her precious daughter. She paced the house, clutching Emily's favorite stuffed animal, hoping for a miracle. The night seemed endless, and every passing minute felt like an eternity. Sarah's heart ached with fear and uncertainty, and she prayed for Emily's safe return. Frantic calls, desperate searches, and fading hope painted a chilling picture. Emily was gone. The community rallied together, organizing search parties and putting up missing child posters. The police worked tirelessly, combing through every lead and clue. Neighbors and friends joined the search, their faces etched with worry and determination. Despite their best efforts, there was no trace of Emily. The once vibrant and joyful community was now shrouded in a cloud of despair. Emily's disappearance left a void that could never be filled, and the search for answers continued. The Oak Haven Police Department, aided by the FBI, launched a full-scale investigation. Emily's disappearance sent shockwaves through the community, shattering the illusion of safety. Surveillance footage from the clinic became a haunting reel of normalcy shattered. The tapes showed Emily, her backpack slung over her shoulder, walking down the hallway toward the exit. But then, a chilling detail emerged. The exit door remained unopened. Emily never left the building. Armed with a warrant, FBI agents descended upon Dr. Graves's clinic. The tension was palpable as they approached the entrance, their faces set with grim determination. This was no ordinary investigation. They were on the brink of uncovering something truly sinister. The sterile, clinical smell of the building was now laced with the metallic scent of fear. The once innocuous hallways now seemed to close in on them, each corner potentially hiding a dark secret. The agents moved with purpose, their eyes scanning every detail, every shadow. Each echoing footstep heightened the tension. The sound reverberated through the empty corridors, a stark reminder of the gravity of their mission. It was as if the building itself was holding its breath, waiting for the inevitable discovery. In the basement, behind a locked door, they discovered a secret room. The door creaked open, revealing a space that had been hidden from the world, a place where unspeakable acts had been committed. The agents' flashlights cut through the darkness, illuminating the horrors within. The air was thick with the stench of decay. It was a smell that clung to the back of their throats, a sickening reminder of the atrocities that had taken place. The basement was a macabre gallery of neglect and malevolence, each item a piece of a gruesome puzzle. Surgical instruments gleamed under the harsh fluorescent lights, a macabre tableau. These tools, meant for healing, had been twisted into instruments of pain and suffering. The cold metal reflected the stark reality of the situation, each blade and clamp a silent witness to the horror. And then they saw it, the culmination of their worst fears, the evidence of unimaginable cruelty. The agents' faces contorted in shock and disbelief, their training barely holding back the tide of emotions. This was a scene that would haunt them forever. A metal table stained a horrifying crimson. The nightmare was real. Emily Carter wasn't missing. She was gone. The realization hit them like a physical blow, the weight of their discovery settling heavily on their shoulders. This was no longer just a case. It was a tragedy that would leave scars on all who witnessed it. The news of Dr. Graves' disappearance spread like wildfire. His face, once a symbol of trust and compassion, was now plastered on wanted posters across the nation. The man who dedicated his life to saving children was now their most feared predator. The FBI followed a trail of credit card charges and motel receipts, each transaction a breadcrumb leading further into the heart of darkness. The hunt was on, a desperate race against time to stop a monster before he could claim another innocent life. Days bled into weeks, the trail growing colder with each passing hour. Then a glimmer of hope emerged from an unlikely source. A weary motel clerk in Denver, Colorado, recognized Dr. Graves from a news report. He remembered the quiet man with the haunted eyes, the man who paid in cash and kept to himself. The information was relayed to the FBI, a beacon cutting through the fog of despair. The net was closing in. The arrest was swift, the capture almost anticlimactic. Dr. Graves offered no resistance, his eyes hollow, his spirit broken. In the cold, sterile confines of the interrogation room, the truth unraveled. His confession was a chilling litany of depravity, a descent into madness that defied comprehension. He spoke of a hunger, a darkness he couldn't control. Emily Carter, he confessed, was not his first victim. His crimes, hidden in plain sight, spanned years. The trial of Dr. Leonard Graves was a media spectacle, a macabre circus of grief and outrage. The courtroom was packed with grieving families, their faces etched with pain and anger. The evidence was overwhelming, the confession damning. The jury's verdict was swift and unanimous. Guilty on all counts. Dr. Graves, the once revered surgeon, was sentenced to spend the rest of his days behind bars. The conviction of Dr. Leonard Graves sent shockwaves throughout the nation. The trusted healer, the savior of children, was a monster in disguise. The case left an indelible scar on the community of Oak Haven, a chilling reminder that darkness can lurk beneath the most unassuming facades. The fear lingered, a whisper in the back of every parent's mind. How could they ever truly know who to trust? The shadows of doubt remained, a constant reminder that some wounds never truly heal.